Hello, welcome to Ruckosaurus Rex, the channel devoted to dinosaurs and all things prehistoric. Today, we'll be taking a look at the PNSO Centrosaurus, called Jennie, number 60 in the line. This is from the prehistoric animal line. PNSO has a few different lines. They have a mini line, they have a museum line, and of course they have their prehistoric animal line. The prehistoric animal line and the museum line are usually 1/35 scale. Sometimes the museum line will come out a little bit bigger than that, but recently they've been getting it right as far as the sticking to the 1/35 scale. And we'll see if with their prehistoric animal line they remain consistent. So we'll see what time it is with Jennie when we get around to it. So right now we've got we're looking at the box. You see an illustration of Jennie the Centrosaurus there. You see that she is number 60 in the line. Top of the box you have more artwork of Jennie. Same thing on the back. Same thing on the side. The other side, of course, just has the legalese. So we will, without further ado, get Jennie out of her packaging. As is standard with all PNSO models, Jennie the Centrosaurus comes with a booklet included with the model itself. And as always, these booklets have information mostly geared towards children. This line, believe it or not, is technically geared towards children, despite how detailed and realistic and untoyish the models appear. But the booklet usually has, as well as information, you get more artwork. You see the Centrosaurus right there, pretty good. We'll look a little bit more. You get other expressions of how Centrosaurus may have looked. Some great artwork right there. You have other illustrations, instructional, as you could see, and all kinds of things like that. So yeah, that's it for the booklet for Jennie the Centrosaurus. We also get included a poster, so we will flap that out to see what she looks like. And it is of an iteration of Jennie the Centrosaurus, even though this version of the Centrosaurus, take note of that nasal horn, it is curving up and toward Jennie, not away from, like most Centrosaurus are depicted. And it's also how Jennie is depicted, as we'll see momentarily. So that's pretty interesting. But the artwork does look great. So that's it for the there we go, right there. That's it for the what comes with Jennie. So here we have Jennie the Centrosaurus on our rotating platter, and you can see an all around 360-degree view of the model. And once again, even I have to say something. Once again, PNSO has gone with the drab route as far as the paint apps. But in fact, the paint apps on this figure look very similar to their Triceratops that we recently reviewed. We'll investigate that a little bit later, but I mean, they still have some nice deco on it. Jennie is striped basically from, starting at the base of the neck going all the way down to the tail. There's some subtle striping going on there, so that's pretty cool. And the skull, which of course is the most prominent feature, as with all Ceratopsians, that's got some color to it, and we'll look at that when we get her off of the stand. A little bit about Centrosaurus. They were from the Cretaceous period. Of course, they are. Ceratopsians, and they are in the class Centrosaurian class of Ceratopsians, and that's distinguished by the frill ornamentation. You can see Jennie has got some nice ornamentation with the spikes and other ornaments coming from the top of her frill. You see she's got a couple of small horns above the eyes and one long nasal horn, which is the other distinguishing feature for Centrosaurine Ceratopsians. And I stated before when we were going through the booklet and the poster about the nasal horn facing back. It depends on the specimen. The horns actually went in either direction. They either came up and pointed away from the body, and sometimes they actually pointed towards the body. Centrosaurs, like I said, they were in the late Cretaceous, about 76 to 75 million years. That's the age range that they found Centrosaurus from in a I forgot that it's called a park formation. Of course, Dinosaur Park Formation is what it's called. Duh, Dinosaur Park Formation in Canada, basically Alberta, Canada. It lived alongside Albertosaurus, which preyed upon it. Albertosaurus is a tyrannosaur, a large tyrannosaur, about 26 to 28 feet long, I believe, maybe a little bit bigger. But that's what usually hunted Centrosaurs up there in Canada. Centrosaurs grew to about 18 feet long. This model is it measures 6.2 inches and about 3 inches high. Like I said, it's about 6.2 inches long. So using 1/35 scale as the base, you do your calculations, and Jennie here comes right in at 18 feet. So she is perfectly in scale with other 1/35 scale figures. So someone like me, that's a plus. So let's take a closer look at that skull, up close and personal with our darling Jennie here, the Centrosaurus. Looking at the skull, you can see the that nose horn coming up and pointing out. It has what I believe to be age rings along there, if you can actually see. I want to get closer, but I don't want to blur out. We'll see if I can do it before I blur out. There you go. That's about the best I can get you, but you can actually see that. You can look at that nice her eyes and the black pupils. She's got the scalation up there along her beak. You can see the nasal passages either side of the beak. Looking at that frill, it's got that nice the color of blue there, and you see the spikes coming down like that, and she has a very nice portrait. You see the bony small horns that are growing above her eyes. So yeah, she's looking real good there. So we're going to look at the rest there. You can see the neck and the wrinkles. Looking at the paint is what we'll take a look at. You see the striping I was talking about. Jennie is painted in a brown. She's got like greenish stripes that begin at the base of her neck, going down her leg and then along her body, as you can see there. And you can see that green striping going down her left hind limb. You can see that there. Look at the the accuracy of the toes. Once again, with Ceratopsians, 4 in the back, 5 in the front, and toes or hooves, whatever you want to call them. Going further back, you see the striping along the tail. It goes right down to the very tip of the tail. Looking at the other side, we get a lot of the same thing. See some of that green, the rear of the legs. So you get most of the same thing going both ways. The other side of her skull, like I said, that's a nice portrait for a Centrosaurus there. Looking down below, see if we can get yep, we got a cloaca check right there. You can see that. And nice detail there. You see her right hind leg is she's pushed off of that, and you can see how it's stretched there. I always love seeing that, and the wrinkles in the skin. You see the osteoderms and bony knobs, and the scales along her body. You see the wrinkling of her neck because her head is slightly raised up. The attention to detail is just great. You see all of the wrinkles there, and the scales along the bottom of her neck and her underbelly. So yes, pretty good, pretty nice little figure there. Let us zoom out. Now for comparison, we will compare Jennie, the Centrosaurus, with the model we just finished reviewing, Doyle 2.0 or Doyle 2021, the Triceratops, and you can see the massive size difference. And keep in mind, these two models are in scale with one another, so what you see is how they would have stacked up if they were alive at the same time. But now that I've got them both out, I want to show you what I'm talking about in terms of the similarities in color. And I mean, now that I'm looking at it, it's not that similar, but it's still pretty drab. You know what I'm saying? If you did a quick glance, you'd almost think that they were the same color, especially when you look at the lighter parts of their respective bodies. It's this green, the green striping, that's actually differentiating Jennie from Doyle. While I've got them, I may as well let you guys see exactly the size difference between the two. So yeah, Triceratops coming in at nearly 30 feet, whereas Centrosaurus 18. So yes, Triceratops, one of the largest ceratopsians, definitely a massive creature. Something else that should be noted about Centrosaurus is the fossils that they found in the dinosaur park formation. A lot of them actually had cancer, believe it or not. They found cancerous cells, or spores, or whatever you want to call it, on their fossils. So for some reason, Centrosaurs, or at least the ones that were found in the dinosaur park formation up in Alberta, they were susceptible to getting cancer, which is pretty unfortunate. But I figured you'd want to know that little tidbit. So my thoughts on Jennie the Centrosaurus from PNSO is, my thoughts are very nice little figure. The skull, as with all ceratopsians, is the highlight. Looking very good. Nice paint apps on the skull. As far as the drab paint on the rest of the figure, it is what it is with PNSO. It doesn't bother me, but if I'm going to make a review, I have to at least point it out, because it may bother you. You need to know these things. But the figure looks nice, and it is definitely in scale. Definitely. Price point for this model is about $35. If you get it on Amazon, which you can, you get it for the $35. If you got Prime, you'll get the free shipping, 2 days. You can get it from AliExpress overseas, and of course that'll take a bit longer. If you're lucky, it'll take maybe 2 weeks. Once again, if you're lucky, they have issues over there, so sometimes your orders can take a month or longer. So keep that in mind. Yeah, we're talking about Jennie the Centrosaurus. It's a nice figure, and I'm glad to have it as part of the collection. Another Ceratopsian. Yeah, so we're going to close this review out, and I thank you guys for sticking with me during this journey with Jennie the Centrosaurus. Please like, please share, and please subscribe to this channel. Leave comments below, constructive, your opinions, whatever, and it'll be greatly appreciated. You want to be notified when I upload another video, please hit the bell, and that will happen for you. So once again, thank you for being here on Grecosaurus Rex. I thank you, and until next time, take care.